That beanbag is evil. All right, so we are going to pretty much jump right into this lesson. Your bell work today, or your warm-up today, or whatever you want to call this, is super simple. It says, find the product mentally. Go, you have 20 seconds. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, stand up. Pencil down. All right. Raise your hand if you finish. All right, so if you didn't finish, have a seat. It's okay if you didn't. Are you done with your...
No, I just need to put my
Baby, sit outside if you're going to be distracted in here. Okay, get to work. All right. And that's okay, because not only was I counting down, but I was also, in a sense, rushing you a little bit, and you had to listen to the numbers as I'm counting down, and you started to panic a little. It's okay. Have a seat. All right. What were some strategies that you used in the 20 seconds that I gave you? River. Okay, so you did the tens and the ones essentially. Okay, did anybody else do something different than tens and ones? All right, what'd you do?
I just stacked them in my head.
Okay, so you just stacked them. All right. Haley, what'd you do?
I did 4 times side and then 4 times 1. And I did it like how we do on paper, but
So you did it in your head like this. So you did your multiplication step by step in your head. That's amazing. I like it. Good job. All right. Did anybody else use a different strategy? No? All right. So raise your hand. Tell me, what was your answer? What was your answer, Kristen?
66.
What was it?
66.
Okay. Did anybody get something different? What'd you get, Corbin?
156.
Okay. Anybody get something different? What'd you get?
26.
Okay. Brock, what'd you get? Okay. Gabriel, what'd you get?
246.
Anybody else? Joseph, what'd you get?
Oh, just look.
Anybody else? All right, so the correct answer is 266. All right. So just be careful with another point of us rushing and feeling rushed and having to work fast. So
I accidentally did the division on accident.
it's okay. Okay, so we are moving into area, surface area, and volume essentially. But today our lesson is not on area, surface area, or volume. Our lesson today is on fractions again. And the reason it is on fractions is because essentially you have to learn how to find how many of one thing is in a length. So that is what our lesson is going to be on today. So before we get started, got almost something to forget. Let's look over at our essential question for today. It says, how will I apply my prior knowledge of area of irregular shapes and help me understand surface area? So let's break down some of these words. The first word I want you to break down is apply. What's another word that means apply? It's another word that means applied. It's a little bit more kid-friendly, if you want to say it like that. Haley. Okay, use. I like that. Perfect. All right, do we want to add anything else to apply? Yes. Huh? Add to, okay. All right, then next one. Prior knowledge. What does that mean? What does prior knowledge mean?
Jeremiah.
Like, if,
if you like remind, like if something like reminds you like from something that you like did earlier, like and like you still like remember it.
So when we're talking about prior knowledge in school, what would that something, it reminds you of something you what? Jeremiah?
Like if like for like example, like for like fractions, like our prior like knowledge, like when we did fractions, like can help us like do like fraction problems.
Okay, so then you're essentially using something that you have already, I'm looking for a keyword. Starts with an L.
Learn.
Yes. So prior knowledge is just remember something you have already learned. Okay? Now, pick another word from our essential question that you feel like is important that you need to talk about or break down a little bit more. What do you think? All right, surface area. That's something we haven't really talked about yet. So what do you think the word surface means? Gabriel? So don't apply it to math. What does the word surface mean? Flat surface, right? So flat surface. All right, does surface mean anything else? Not in the terms of surface area, but just surface in general. Okay, so could be a hard surface. Okay. What about the word area? We talked about this already. Oh my lord, y'all. Your cooldowns killed me yesterday, by the way. I've never cussed out so many zeros on our first lesson ever. I don't get it. Yes, because we're going to it's going to be a squirrel moment, because that's something else that drove me crazy. Y'all, first off, it's right here. For your cool down yesterday, it's right here. The answer is right here. Second of all, if you weren't here, you weren't here. But second of all, where did we talk about the fact that area is length times width for everything? Or base times height for everything?
In our notebook.
We use base times height for every single thing. Just base times height. Just what? I'm sorry. What? No, we didn't. So why are y'all telling me that area is base times height or length times width? That is not true. That is a formula. That is not area. Here we go again with not paying attention. All right. So again, what is area?
We roll it up.
Why did I get so much conversation about something that is slightly silly but kind of disappointing? All right. Anything else? What does the word irregular mean? So the fact that I only have about 10 hands up means we need to talk about that too. So irregular means what? Corbin. Not normal. I like it. All right, so now let's get to our lesson. So we are going to be annotating because this is part of something that we are struggling with right now. So please have your highlighter out or whatever you're deciding to use. Do this quietly. What? All right, so number 1 says Jada was using square stickers with a side length of 3/4 inches to decorate the spine of a photo album. The spine is 10.5 inches long. If she laid the stickers side by side without overlaps or gaps, how many stickers did she use to cover the length of the spine? So that is the first time we're reading it, and we're just reading it. So the second time we're going to read it, we're gonna highlight. So Jada was using square stickers with a side length of 3/4 inch side length. Sorry, I totally read that backwards. The spine is 10.5 inches long. If she laid the stickers side by side without gaps or overlaps, bless you, how many stickers would she use to cover the length of the spine? Which number is our total? 3/4 or 10.5? And I just need you to raise your hand. All right, Jackson. 10.5 is our total. So I want you to circle with your pencil, and I want you to write total. So if that is our total, why are you coloring on your hand? Is that my marker? Stop. So we know that 10.5 is our total. So why is that important to be able to identify that 10.5 as our total? Christian.
Because that's what you're supposed to work with.
Right.
You're
Right. So we're gonna do 10.5 divided by 3/4. Now, I know y'all like to skim, cheat, borrow, not do your work, but you're going to. You're gonna do it today. You're gonna show your steps today. So, what do we do with 10.5? Caleb.
Turn it into an improper fraction.
Okay, so we're gonna do 2 times 10, which is 20, plus 1 is 21 halves, divided by 3/4. And then what do we do from here? Keep change flip, so we're gonna do 21 halves times 4/3. And yes, you are writing everything I'm writing. I don't care if your hand is about to explode. And then last but not least, you're doing your math. Okay, so go ahead and do 21 times 4. And then do 2 times 3. All right, raise your hand when you have this. All right, Charles, what'd you get? Okay, and then when we take 84 and divide it by 6, what do we get? River. What was it? 14. All right, so there are 14 stickers that can fit there. So you see how we did 2, or I'm sorry, you see how we did 1, right? You are independently highlighting, annotating, identifying your total, and showing all of your work for 2, 3A, and B. All right, go. I know, worst thing our teachers ever done to you. And you were so mean. Why are you talking? Raise your hand if you're still working. It's not fun to get at work. What is going on? Y'all better not be making a single noise in my classroom. Get on there. Let us know. Get that tea. Y'all have 2 minutes. Like, come again, go across the floor. Like, what's going on? Right? For real. What's going on? You too, bro? You too, bro? What you looking at? Well, in that case, let me clear my lungs. Right? For real. It was nothing. Nobody got hurt. We're good.
That was a little scary.
Apparently nobody died, so we're good. We're gonna keep them moving. Apparently somebody had an anxiety attack. That's what they said. Had like an anxiety attack. So they just screamed bloody murder. I mean, like, can I do that when I get like frustrated? All right, let's go ahead and go over this so that we can keep it moving today. All right, looking at number 2, even if you're not done, it is okay. The question says, and remember, you read it once, and then the second time you read it, you want to go ahead and annotate it. How many 5/8 inch binder clips laid side by side make a length of 11 1/4 inches? All right, so I'm going to read it again, and you guys tell me what I should highlight. So, how many 5/8 inch binder clips? Anything there? Christian? So the 5/8 inch binder clips. All right. Are you talking? Laid side by side. Anything there? Layla. Yes, that's important. And then last, make a length of 11 1/4 inches. Mason.
11 1/4.
All right. And then which one is our total? Which one is the total? Jack.
11 1/4 inches.
Okay. And why is that important for you to identify?
That we know what we're buying.
Yes. All right, so you're 11 1/4 divided by 5/8. All right, what do I do with 11 1/4? Raise your hand and tell me. Actually, you know what? Just, if you don't mind, walk me through this whole process. All right, Jeremiah?
So 11 1/4 divided by 5/8 equals 42 over 4 divided.
Not 42. 45 over 4. But that's okay, keep going. We'll fix it in a minute.
Divided by 8/5.
5/8. Can't switch it yet.
5
Hold on, I'm gonna stop him real quick. How many of you guys wrote this part with the division and not the multiplication symbol? everybody should have, because what does your example look like? Like this. I know you guys don't want to do all the extras, so I'm not making you do that, but I am making you write the process. Y'all got to get used to that. All right, Jeremiah, you ready?
Okay, so then equals 45 over 8 divided by 8 over 5 equals.
Hold on. What? 45 over 4. Right?
45 over 8.
Where did you get the 8 from, baby? Because it's 11 and 1/4. Alright, so times 8 over 5. Okay, keep going.
And equals.
You want me to tell me what 45 times 8 equals?
45 times 8 equals 360
Perfect.
over 20.
Okay.
And it equals.
What's 36 divided by 2?
36 divided by 2 is 18.
That's your answer. Okay, so the correct answer should be 18 for that one. So there are 18 binder clips that can go in there. All right, the next one, it says it takes exactly 26 paper clips laid end to end to make a length of 17 7/8 inches. All right, so this time around, tell me what's important. Michaela.
Exactly 26.
All right,
End to end,
all right.
length of 17, 7/8 inches.
Okay, so now with this one, there's two parts to the question. So part A says estimate the length of each paper clip. All right, how many of you guys solved the problem right here?
I did part B first and then I did part A.
How do you what's B first then part A?
Because it told me to estimate and I didn't have an
How many of y'all
estimate.
just skip right on over and you're like, it's okay, Brock, because I did the same thing on the answer key. So I can't even be mad at you. But we got to start reading carefully. So what is your estimate?
Oh,
What is your estimate? What do you think? And give me your reasoning for this one. Shh, listen, guys. Cooper.
I put 3/4.
So he said 3/4, and why?
Well, I went kind of quick, but because it has to be less than 1, since there's 26 paper clips.
Okay.
And there's 17 inches.
Okay.
And it's also not going to be 1/2, because 17 times 2 is more than 26. So I just did whatever is between 1/2 and 1. So I just went 3/4.
Perfect. I like it.
I did the exact.
All right, so again, this is just kind of an example of your thought process. You did not have to give me a specific measurement. You could have just said less than 1, more than half. Okay? But I wanted to know the thinking, the process of why, you would say less than 1, more than half. And it's less than 1 because, as he said, 17 is less than 26. But it's more than half because, as he said, 17 times 2 is going to give you more than 26. So it is in between half and 1. So that's cool that you gave me like a very specific one. All right. How do we do with this one? Did y'all say less than 1, more than half?
Yeah, I did the same thing Cooper did, but mine was 6/8 because it says 17 and 17. So
Okay.
I did
All right, and that's fine too. I mean, that works. Yes. Listen. Yes.
I mean, for me, I kind of started accidentally by actually doing the problem.
Okay.
So I already knew that part of it was actually already 2, so I just went with 2.
Okay. All right, and that is fine as well. All right, so now let's slide over here to where we're actually supposed to solve the problem. All right, Jackson, walk me through it.
So I'm not sure if I'm 100% right, but I did 17 and 7/8 divided by 26
Why?
because
Braden Jackson, can you please come to the front for checkout? Braden Jackson.
Why?
because it said it takes exactly 26 paper clips to make 17 and 7/8. So and it has the length of
Okay, so let me kind of make a tad bit of a simpler explanation because I feel like this is what you're trying to say, just really in depth. 17 and 7/8 is your total.
Yes.
All right, that is why 17 and 7/8 is going first, even though it is smaller than 26. And that's why we're identifying our totals so that we don't get in the mindset of, oh, well, 26 is the bigger number. That's got to go first, because that is not true. All right, so please make sure you have identified this as your total. All right, now, 17, 7/8, if you don't stop clicking that pen, marker, crayon, whatever it is, please. All right, what do we do from here?
I changed the next number into an improper fraction,
Okay,
which I'm pretty sure was 143 over 8.
yes. All right, then what?
Then divided by 26 over 1.
Perfect. All right, then what?
And it's 100.
The whole table outside except for Jack. The whole table, go. I'm sorry. The entire table, get up minus Jack and go outside.
Okay.
Because I'm done. Joseph, get up as well. I'm sorry, Jackson. Go ahead.
So and then it was 143 over 8 times 1 over 26.
Okay.
And I got 143 over 206.
206 or 208?
Oh, I'm sorry. 8.
Okay,
I did the math right up here, but I put 6.
that's fine. So what did you simplify this by? What did you simplify that by?
I didn't get to that.
Okay, so we're gonna simplify it by 13. So if you didn't simplify it, please simplify it now. Because as much as I like 143 208ths, I have no idea what size that actually is. So. And then stand up when you get this. About 20 more seconds.
So I saw this thing on the playlist. This thing. I made it myself because I didn't know that you were gonna hand this out to us.
I would always provide you with whatever you need if you're not here. All right, so what do we get when we do 143 divided by 13? You get 11. That's not what I asked. What did I ask?
143.
Mr. I don't read directions. I just kind of go with it. And then, Cooper, what do we get when we do 208 divided by 13?
14. Yeah.
All right, listen. So, remember though, we have to think, does this answer make sense to our question? Because for the last couple, we were finding like the number of items that will fit. This one kind of flips it on you and said, okay, well, what is the length of that one item? So does 11/16 make sense to the length of one paper clip?
Yeah.
Yes. So that's something else that we have to start doing. We gotta slow down and we gotta say, does our answer make sense to our question? All right, the next part, how many times as tall or as far? So this statement will apply to both A and B here. So it says a second grade student is 4 feet tall. Her teacher is 5 2/3 feet tall. So what's important in this question? Raise your hand. Alexa.
4 feet tall.
So we need to make sure we know that the student is 4 feet tall.
Student 4 feet tall.
And then,
And then teacher is 5 2/3.
okay. So A says how many times as tall as the student is the teacher. So how many times as tall as the student is the teacher? So which number is going first there? The 4 feet or the 5 2/3? What do you think? Think about it for a minute. What do you think? Which one is going, so what is the question asking you? Is it asking you how many 4s will fit into 5 2/3? Or is it asking you how many 5 2/3 will fit into 4? Remember, taking it way back to a lesson we did a couple times ago? So what is it asking? What do you think, Cooper? Yes, this is asking you how many 4s are in 5 2/3. Okay, so 5 2/3 divided by 4. All right, how do we change 5 2/3, or what do we get when we change 5 2/3 into a improper fraction? Never mind. Corbin. 17 what? I just can't. What's the last number you're saying? 17 and what? 17 over 3? Yes. All right, and then we're going to divide it by 4 over 1. And then what do we do from here? Cooper? Yep. Okay, and you end up with? And then we're going to change that back to a mixed number. What do you end up with? So the teacher is 1 5/12 times as tall as the student. Does that answer make sense to our question? Yes. Yes. All right, so question 1B says what fraction of the teacher's height is the student's height? Now there's a key word that tells you which one goes first in part B. What is that key word? What's the key word that tells you which number you're going to put first? Braxton, what do you think?
I think it's
No? There's one word that should tell you, okay, I know I'm going to end up with
Oh.
this.
Oh,
Jack, or yeah.
is it fraction?
Yes. So it's telling you automatically that your answer is going to be a fraction, which means you're going to put the smaller number first. So with this one, it's 4 divided by 5 2/3. Go ahead, solve that. When you do, stand up, be quiet. walk me through this first. Have a seat, go. Perfect. Perfect. Which is perfect.
And then we change it.
Okay.
And then 4 times 3 is 12, and 1 times 3 is 17.
Okay. So then your answer is that the student is, or the teacher is 12/17 of the student's height. All right, on the back. You have 2 more computations, and then you have 2 more word problems. You have, let's say, 7 minutes to get these done, which should not be a problem. You need to annotate, highlight, identify the total. Obviously, these 2 you don't have to because there's nothing there, other than just computation. But these 2, I need to see that information. When I call your name, please kind of get your cool down from yesterday. Hunter, Christian, Jack, Charles. Watch the iPad, please. Watch the iPad. Kensley, Cooper, Emily's not here. Kaylee, Aubrey, Kaylee. Caleb, LeVay, River, Mason, Olivia, here.
Thank you.
Adam, Anthony, Rena, Jackson, Layla, Jason, Brock, Cora, Jeremiah, Ace, Corbin, Raheem, Haley J. Haley M. and Alexa. If you turned yours in, but you did not get it back, you need to check the no name, no home folder, bind or bin, whatever you want to call it. You have 4 minutes. Kensley, and Mason. That was for 9/12. What? 9/16. You guys have 2 edits? What did you say?
I didn't make a place to put my food at.
Make a place today, I guess, I don't know. Less than a minute. Alright, let's go ahead and go over these. It's okay if you're not finished. So with this first one, 9 divided by 3/5. Make sure that you have 9/1 divided by 3/5. Then you do your cube change flip, and you end up with 45/3. When you switch that back, what do you end up with? Jeremiah? 15. Alright, the next one, 1 7/8 divided by 3/4. When you change, you are going to change the mixed number to an improper fraction, which is going to give you 15/8 divided by 3/4. And then you do your keep change flip, so you have 15/8 times 4/3. Then you end up with 60/24. What do you get when you change that? What is it? 2.5. Yep. Alright, so those two should have been pretty easy. Now we're going down here. It says write a division expression that can help you answer each of the following questions. Then answer the question. If you get stuck, draw a diagram. Does anybody have to draw a diagram? Please no. Alright, a runner ran 1 4/5 miles on Monday and 6 3/10 miles on Tuesday. how many times her Monday's distance was her Tuesday's distance. Alright, so what's important in this one? A runner ran 1 1/4 miles on Monday. That's important. Caleb.
1 4/5 miles on Monday.
That's what I meant.
You said whatever.
I know, but that's what I meant. You know what I meant. Sorry, my dyslexia kicks in every now and again. Alright, what else?
And then 6 3/10 miles on Tuesday.
Okay. And then
how many times her Monday distance was for Tuesday?
alright, so how many times her Monday distance was her Tuesday? So Caleb, what is our total? Which one is total? So is the 1 4/5 the total or the 6 3/10 the total? Yes. Alright, so then you should have put the 6 3/10 divided by the 1 4/5. That becomes 63 tenths divided by 9/5. Do your keep change split, which gives you 315 90ths. When you simplify, you can either simplify and change back to a mixed number or mixed number then simplify. What'd you get?
3.5.
3.5. Alright, how many of you guys got to B? So not as many. And that's okay. That means you're working and you're taking your time and you're doing what you're supposed to do. Alright, a cyclist planned to ride 9.5 miles but only managed to travel 3 7/8 miles. What fraction of his planned trip did he travel? Here's some key words. Alright, but what's important, Art Cooper?
9.5 miles.
Okay.
Only
Yes.
Hi, can you please send Michaela Pearson out for a checkout?
Yes.
What?
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Here.
What did I do
This
wrong?
is for checkout. Here. This is your cool down. I need you to complete it tonight and turn it to me tomorrow. Alright, so what else? Ooh, easy. What else is important?
He only managed to travel 3 7/8 miles.
Okay, and then the question?
And what fraction is skewed?
Why is that important?
Because it means you're gonna use a smaller number first. It's your total.
Right, so that means our smaller number is going to be our total. Alright, so then we're gonna do 3 7/8 divided by 9.5. You're gonna change your mixed numbers to improper fractions. Please stop moving your chair. Which becomes 31/8 divided by 19/2. Then you do your keep change split. And you end up with 62 150 seconds, which when you simplify that, you should get, or what can you simplify that by? Let me ask you that. What can you simplify by? 2. And then you end up with 3176. Alright, a ton of practice with fractions today and slowing down and taking your time. Hopefully this helped a little bit. Finish getting that down if you did not. I'm going to come around, pass out your cool down. When you are finished with your cool down, please turn it in. If there's any extra time, I need you working on it. Well, some of it is stuff that has back, but like the stuff underneath here, that's what you need to do. Okay, you don't want to hear this, like we've been talking about for the last 6 years. You'll find everything you need right there, I promise you. Why are we talking? We have cooldowns down, so that means you're assessing, which means if you're talking, you're getting a 0. make sure you glue down your work from today on the page that we made, and then obviously your pull down will go on the other one. Yes.